That's Obi Jack snoring. That's hilarious. Hello, everybody. It is Wednesday, so it's Wellness Wednesday, and it's also Valentine's Day. So I just wanted to wish you a happy Valentine's Day and tell you that I love you and encourage you to spread a little love today. Show yourself some love. Do something that you love for yourself. Buy yourself some flowers or um, give a little love note to a loved one. Just do something to enjoy the holiday for yourself today. Alrighty, it's my first weekly wellness vlog, and thank you so much for subscribing. I'm so excited about starting this journey and letting it unfold and learning. It's going to be great, and teaching you guys what I'm learning. Okay, so my topic of today is primary food versus secondary food. And for those of you who don't know, I've been going to school online with Institute of Integrative Nutrition. I am now certified as an integrative nutrition health coach. And one of the biggest points that we use in IIN and in health coaching is primary food versus secondary food. And it's kind of this good separation to help us understand clearly what's truly important in supporting our health. We need all aspects, but primary food is primary, and I'll get to that in a second. So when you're thinking of health and wellness, you might be thinking of like nutrition and fitness and all those other things that we tack under health and wellness. But it's really a much bigger picture. It's not just what you eat. It's not just how you move. It's not what medications you take or anything else like that. It's a much bigger picture. It's all the other aspects of your life. It's holistic. The definition of holistic is comprehension of the parts of something as intimately interconnected and explicable only to be referenced to the whole. Meaning that all the parts are intimately connected, and only through all the parts can you reference the whole. So only through all the aspects of your life can we reference your whole well-being, your whole person. That means that health and wellness is a much bigger spectrum than we're traditionally like taught with or grow up knowing about. So this concept of primary versus secondary food was a major game changer in my journey, because primary food is everything that nourishes you in your life and your body and your mind and your spirit that is not food. Everything that's off your plate. So primary food is things like your relationships, your career, your spirituality, your physical exercise, your creativity. The list kind of goes on. You can think of the things in your life that would like bring you joy or bring you fulfillment or bring you peace or purpose or meaning, things like that. Those are your primary food areas. Secondary food is all the tangible food that we put on our plate, the things that we're putting into our physical body to heal us and nourish us. And don't get me wrong, they are just as important as primary food, but I think sometimes as a society we think if we fix our diet, we're going to fix everything. It's kind of a fad thing to go on diets and eat a certain way or all the superfoods or whatever, but it doesn't matter how healthy you eat if you ignore those other areas that are nourishing your life. Because we are spiritual beings in a material world, you're not going to heal. You're not going to achieve the optimal level of health and just life and abundance that you could if you addressed the primary food. So that's not to say that secondary food isn't as important, because it is. Because if we want to achieve an optimal level of living, we have to fuel our bodies correctly. We have to learn to listen to our bodies and give our bodies what they need to heal themselves, to have energy, to function properly, to give us the strength and everything we need to fight off illness and yeah, just be whole. And so if our bodies are out of balance physically, then our minds will be out of balance. They're connected. Remember that holistic, all the parts are intimately interconnected. Um, so if our physical body's out of balance, our mind's out of balance, our spirit's out of balance, it kind of throws off the whole scale. So um, that's why it's super important. So this week, as you're enjoying your Valentine's Day and showing yourself some self love, just kind of begin to think about, and become aware of the primary food aspects of your life and how how are you nourishing yourself off the plate. And then you can think about how you're nourishing yourself on the plate. Because if you start to pay attention to those primary food areas, you'll innately have this desire to just feel yourself better and love yourself, and from all aspects, meaning secondary food included. Um, the two, they're inseparable. You can't have primary without secondary, and secondary without primary. Um, some would argue that, like, everyone has that grandpa or whatever that smoked and drank his whole life and was happy and healthy and didn't die till they were 99. And it's cases like that that really show the importance of primary food, and that we are spiritual beings in a material world. But I will tell you that that doesn't mean that you just can get away with all of it. Genetic predisposition decides a lot for us. So if we're exposing ourselves to dangerous things like that, then we just have a higher chance of illness. But that's not to say that we can't be vibrant and healthy with just primary food. The cool thing about secondary food is that is what takes it from like an 8 to a 12 on a scale of 1 to 10. So you can be well and just eat whatever you want. Some people really can. But if they learn to feel their bodies, all of a sudden they're like, wow, I sleep better and I didn't even realize I wasn't sleeping well, or I have so much more energy, or I can think way better and I'm just better at my job. So it really just kind of takes it from here to here, that secondary food, what's on your plate. That's why it's important. But yeah, just this week I would encourage you to start becoming aware of your primary food areas, and what areas that aren't on your plate are you satisfied with? Are you not satisfied with? And then begin to just tackle those areas. And if you have any questions or you want any guidance, you are more than welcome to email me back. Thank you for subscribing again. I love you. This is awesome. Also, it's health coaching week, and so if you want to visit my website, ohsowellnutrition.com, there's a blog there that kind of tells what health coaches do, why they're important, and what makes us different from nutritionists and dietitians and life coaches. As a health coach, I help you look at all the things you're doing that are nourishing you off your plate as we learn to nourish you on your plate. And I don't feel like I need to explain why I do that, because I just did in this whole video. But we just do both of those things at the same time, and it's really magical and life-changing, truly. It's that mind, body, soul concept, which is that we are not separate. Our mind, body, and soul are not separate. They are together. They are connected. And when we learn to honor that, we can bring our lives into this beautiful harmony. Thank you so much for watching. And email me with any questions you want. Visit my website. If you're interested in maybe even just talking about health coaching, feel free to reach out to me and we'll set up a free consultation. And I will see you guys next week.